Okay, let's talk about record enabling a track and starting to record and getting a level and all that kind of fun stuff. Here's a session with a drum loop. Let's have a quick listen to a bit of that. So you get the idea there. I'm going to try and record some guitar to go along with that, and we'll see what kind of pitfalls we have to go through. Command-Shift-N or Control-Shift-N is the shortcut for adding a new track. Let's create one mono audio track, and that's going to be the track the guitar is going to be on. And I could play the guitar clean into it, and if you want to test that right now, you can actually immediately put the track into record. Plug your guitar into input 1 of your device if you've got more than one input, and you might need to adjust the input volume. Let's just record enable it, and there should be some kind of signal coming up. Now at that point, this is the key thing I wanted to say. There is a control called the mix control on your audio interface, and let's explain what that is. That is the difference between hearing the signal going into Pro Tools dry, and if I do that I can turn down the mix and just hear it dry, or there's a signal where you just hear it coming back from Pro Tools only, and there may be a slight delay between playing and hearing called latency. So you want to probably have a mixture of what is being sent to Pro Tools and what is coming back from Pro Tools. Incidentally, if you mute your track entirely, you will only hear what is going to Pro Tools. And that's a good way of avoiding latency, but the downside is if you're going to use any effect inside Pro Tools, which I am, you do want to hear it coming back. Here's what I mean. I'm going to go to the mix window, and I'm going to dial up from plugins, harmonic. I'm going to choose 11 free, and I'm going to dial up an amp. This is a great thing to play with. This is a virtual simulation of a guitar amp. And once again, I can really fiddle between the clean signal that's being sent and, if you might call it, the affected signal coming back from Pro Tools. No problem later, by the way, it's just an issue recording. Also, the other thing to bear in mind is I clearly want to be able to hear the actual backing track, the drum track, at the same time as well. And if you are dealing with multiple tracks, you may need to set up a special mix before you even start to record, and make sure whoever is doing the recording is able to hear the signal coming back, a good mixture between the backing tracks and their track. One other obvious comment: if you are recording with a microphone, you must turn off speakers and do this on headphones, or else you will get feedback. You don't want to have speakers in operation at this point. So let's say my signal is roughly right. Let's have a go at recording a few measures. So I've record enabled the track already. I'm going to make sure I'm at the right point to start recording, in this case the beginning of the song. I will record enable Pro Tools and I will press play. Here we go. And I'll just stop it there. Let's take the track immediately out of record enable. So don't forget to do that. There's the record enable button, and just in case, always good idea to take it out of record. Let's have a listen and see, because there was definite latency when I was recording just then, but let's see on playback whether it's any better. You get the idea. So that is actually quite clean, and you may well have to live with the idea of playing, listening mostly to your sort of dry signal, because you'll hear that without latency, and latency is inevitable in every DAW unless you have Pro Tools HD, which is a more expensive version of Pro Tools. But that's sounding okay. And the other comment to make at the end of this movie is that you can, of course, now go back and change the settings in 11. We didn't actually record the existence of 11. It's just lying there as an insert plugin, and we can decide later on that we want to change the amp and the sound of the guitar, even though the audio has already been recorded. So that's a nice option, and much better in some cases than miking up a guitar amp, because then you are stuck pretty much with the sound that you had when you first recorded. So I hope that helps, and enjoy doing some live recording.